This is legit. Hell yeah.
Looks like we're the only ones who survived.
I'm Christopher. I'm owner of Ballahack Airsoft, and I'm extremely tired. And we're at Operation Galacio right now, and you guys are a bunch of cool guys. Always enjoy having you guys out. That's pretty sick. That is sick. Well, that shoots really, really well. How easy is it to regulate the pressure or change the FPS, anything like that?
You can pop the receiver pin right out the side. There's an adjustable Allen head wrench in there. Just turn it down to adjust pressure. And they're talking about coming out with receiver pin locks as well for tournaments and fields. So.
Well, that is badass, and I'm very curious to see as they become more of a popular thing how they hold up. It's very cool, super exciting for the industry as a whole.
Thanks, Chris. Great update. Appreciate your time.
Who's got covering fire?
I got you.
You guys ready to move? Go. On three. 1, 2, 3. Moving. Ready? Yep. Go. Watch that way. Switch with me. Loading.
So I'm actually the editor and videographer for the channel, so I'm usually behind the camera, but I'm running the Tippmann today here at Ballahack, and I gotta tell you guys, the chassis and the build on this thing is excellent. They did a really good job making sure everything is solid. There's really no wobble that I found at all in it.
All right, how about the outer barrel? Any problems with the outer barrel at all?
The outer barrel, no issues with the outer barrel, but that moves me on to the RAS. That's my biggest gripe with the whole gun. They made it out of polymer. It's tough. I don't think that it's going to break. I don't think we're going to have any problems with it, but I just don't like polymer. That's just a personal gripe of mine. Personally, I'd change it out with something that's no-spec or like a key mod rail, perfect, something of that sort.
All right, let's talk about the internals. What's the trigger feel like?
The trigger is amazing. The sear reset is incredible. It's just so crisp, and the fact that it's mechanical full auto and you can just feel the sears right on the tip and the pad of your finger here when you're shooting, it's unlike anything else. I mean, Polar Stars just don't come close to that kind of feel with their triggers or anything.
Awesome. Any problems mechanically today with the gun?
I did have one issue today, and I don't know what happened. I don't know if maybe I was in between safe and semi, but I was shooting and it just stopped. And all I did was drop the mag, recock the gun, pop it back in, and it was functioning again fine. So I don't know what happened there.
Almost like a
real jam.
Like a real one. That's pretty sweet.
It was amazing. So hop-up is actually surprisingly well. When this was cranked up at around 400 FPS before we got here today, I was concerned about it. You know, you'd have a couple shots that would shoot quick, and then some would kind of curve up. So it wasn't really getting too consistent. It was kind of on and off and hit and miss. But after I turned this down, right now this is running at around 270 FPS. Shooting at the range, I'm getting headshots every shot, no problem. It's right on. I mean, it's excellent.
Sweet. It's awesome. Thanks, Mo. Appreciate it.
Yeah.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Have you ever shot one of the other gas blowback weapons, like a WE or a WA?
Yeah.
Any difference in the recoil you feel?
I think this is a little harder. Just slightly.
Yeah. So you run a Polar Star right now?
Yes, I do.
Okay. So what makes you interested in this, even though you've already invested over $1,000 in your Polar Star?
So Polar Star, I get no feedback. Love my feedback because I've run LM4 also. Yeah. I run LM4 also. I love that kick, and I've actually shot this earlier today. And I think the difference between the kick of this and LM4 is, say, LM4's kick is more sporadic. It's much more concise. And every time I prefer this about Polar Star, I don't really care about the fire. If this is compatible with all those other parts, the AG parts, then I don't see a reason, and it's cheaper. So,
What experience do you have with airsoft so far?
I've been playing for probably about a year now.
AGs, gas blowbacks?
I have a Polar Star, but I've also used AGs.
Okay.
And I've never used a gas blowback, and I actually really wanted one.
All right.
So I mean,
Let her rip, buddy.
that's sweet.
Thoughts?
I like the kick a lot.
Is your Polar Star going up on eBay now?
Maybe not up on eBay. Maybe an extra HP.
Yeah, there you go. I like it.
that's joining the family.
Yeah.
You already have the HPA setup.
Yeah, I got
so
the HP.
That's phenomenal. Okay.
Snap. Holy crap. That's ridiculous. That's beautiful. I love that. Because that has.
We've got the Tippmann Airsoft M4 right here at the bottom, and right above that is my Real Steel Olympic Arms lower, Daniel Defense BCM upper, Real Steel AR build up top. And we're just going to do a quick video here to show you what the Tippmann comes with stock out of the box, and the fact that because it has Real Steel dimensions for the front barrel nut and the buffer tube, that you can, if you're interested in doing that, take your Real Steel AR parts and put them right on your Tippmann Airsoft training gun. So the Tippmann comes with a barrel wrench, which is phenomenal because this is really useful for switching out the barrel nut, taking off the delta ring, which can be a pain in the butt without it, a nice set of Allen keys, the adapter for 12-gram CO2 magazines, and the CO2 magazines work really well, some lubricant, which is really good. The only thing that you're not going to get in the package is this remote line. So let's continue. When we come back, I'm going to take all of my furniture here, minus the pistol grip and the sights, and put them right on this Tippmann to see how it turns out.
All right, everyone. One thing we just happened to notice that is really nice is the sight assembly and the front rail ring. Instead of using compression pins to hold it on, which you do on Real Steel, the Tippmann uses Allen pins and Allen keys to remove it, which is really nice.
We've spent enough time, as much as we're going to spend, trying to get the Troy Alpha Rail right here to go on to the Tippmann Airsoft M4. Unfortunately, the way the Alpha Rail attaches to the Real Steel AR-15 is it slides over the barrel like this, and then there are these pieces right here. This nut or this bolt will go right through here, and then this guy sits underneath kind of like this. Well, in the delta ring it actually looks like that, so that you can imagine superimposed this onto that. That's how you tighten it down. Unfortunately, the Tippmann, even though apparently it's supposed to have Real Steel threads for the barrel nut, there's no space there for this to go. So, in my opinion, I don't even know now if an Airsoft RAS is going to fit. We're going to have to test that out in the future. But right now, the Real Steel accessories that I have don't fit. The reason why that's a pain in the butt is because I was really looking forward to being able to test my Real Steel system. If you don't know or haven't checked the price of ammo lately, it is astronomically expensive. Another thing is, if you are a healthy, functioning person, you don't want to shoot other people. So Airsoft is a great training platform. If I could put my Real Steel AR-15 front end onto my Airsoft gun, I could really put my system through the ringer. I could figure out if this is the position I really want my light in. Does this M-bus sight really work the way I want it to? Do I want to put my light in a different position? Is this Magpul vertical grip going to work? Is this rail the rail I want? You know, is this quick detach sling attachment really the one that I want to use? Those are all questions that can be answered on the airsoft field. Airsoft is a great training tool to figure out logistically what equipment works for you. So I'm not going to lie, I'm very disappointed that it doesn't fit. I don't know if the airsoft versions of different rails are going to fit. We'll try that in the future, and we'll keep you posted.
Got him. Loading. We're ready to move. Let's go, move. And we're going down.
Get him?
Yeah.
You got eyes? I can't tell. Is he laying down? Yeah, he's laying down right around the corner. Over.
It's like the same thing. I don't know what anyone's doing. It's like, don't shoot, don't shoot.
Is this like a Mexican standoff here?
Huh? No. Oh, jeez!
I was wondering you came walking up. More coming out, more coming out.
Ref and ref. Dude, shake my hand on that one. That was a lot of fun. I see you walking up and you're going for your pistol. I'm like, this guy's a civilian. Yeah, we were just walking. Just got done with the second half of Operation Galacio here at the spectacular Ballahack Airsoft. For the second half, I got to use the Tippmann M4 airsoft gun. It was the first time I got to play with it. We shot it a little bit last night just to get a kind of a feel for the recoil, but today was absolutely phenomenal. You'll see on the footage I got a lot of really long range kills. It's a really intimidating gun for people on the other end of it. People were calling their hits what seemed to be really fast to me. To talk about the chassis, it's put together really, really well. The only thing that I don't like about it, it was said earlier, is the plastic RIS. It's a little wiggly, but one cool thing about it is that even though it's wiggly, it is solid and it's going to be durable, and it makes the front end of the gun really light, so it was really easy to hold it with one hand, and I definitely fatigued a lot less quickly. It fed my Tokyo Marui low caps and my KWA mid caps flawlessly. It was just a great gun to use. The trigger response is phenomenal. We're going to show you a clip of the sear reset. So for those long range engagements, there's a scene where I'm shooting across a lake, and I could literally let the sear reset and then re-engage again using really good trigger control, really great training platform if you ask me. The hop-up was really consistent, and even when I started to not be able to see my BBs because of the lighting so much, I knew that my point of aim was going to be my point of impact. It was a great, great gun. So relative to other gas blowbacks I've used, I had access to a WE gas blowback M4. The recoil compared to the two is the Tippmann is a lot crisper. The recoil is a lot snappier, and it's awesome because when you got your cheek weld, you can hear the buffer moving back and forth in the buffer tube with the spring, and it sounds just like a real M4 in that aspect. And it's so cool that you actually have to use trigger control and use your burst mode kind of you can get like a 5-round burst, and then you kind of got to let go and re-engage because the recoil kind of bounces your sights around, which is totally awesome. Absolutely loved it. Another phenomenal thing about the Tippmann Airsoft M4 was how gas efficient it was. We're using one 20-ounce CO2 tank, and Smoke played a game before he even came down, and we've been playing with the same tank all day. It runs unregulated CO2, so it was very cheap for us to get that remote line set up, and it lasted all day, no problems. I had no cooldown effect whatsoever. I ran it right in my hydration carrier. It performed flawlessly. I am so excited to get the one that I pre-ordered in the mail to play. Thank you so much for watching this shooting review of the Airsoft Tippmann M4. I'm Doc, and you're watching Dr. Milson.